So I'm gonna bring y'all in.
Oh,
3, 2, 1. All right, folks. Back in the lab and back in the studio. Captain's Log Podcast, episode 23.
Yeah.
I got my two good men in here.
my man.
Yeah.
Got my man Cornell Johnson. What's happening?
How you feeling?
Got my man Deron Wright.
What's going on, baby?
Woo! We got some history in the room, man. We got some real vintage shit in the room, man. Where you been, man? Deron, what's happening? I ain't seen you in forever. I seen you a little while ago, but it's something like we known each other forever, you know?
Right.
20 ran to Pittsburgh and back. That's all he do.
20 years, man.
20 years,
Boy run
dog.
like a king
Since
now.
2000.
2000.
I've been everywhere for real. All over the place,
Man,
man.
we had some good runs out here, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, I got to check in, man. What's going on? What's up with you? What's the deal? How the house? How the boy?
You know I got a 6-month-old, so that's life right now.
Woo. You ain't got enough gray hairs to me, son.
Nah, he's a happy baby though, so we're blessed.
They always happy in the beginning. It's
Like
okay.
he turns up, but as long as he's fed, as long as he's dry, like he laughs a lot, smiles a lot, dude's charismatic, so it's love.
Yeah.
I love it.
How's wifey, man? How's she?
She's tired.
She tired.
She's tired.
Bro,
Like,
you definitely gotta.
nursing is
You always on the job, dog.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though. Like going into this, I didn't know how demanding it was on women.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was humbled and learned a lot. Like in the last, I'm not even gonna say the last 6 months. Like the last 12 months. Like even like through the pregnancy.
I remember you was telling me you was getting linked on a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It is, y'all. Like the nursing. I didn't know how exhausting it was, how demanding it was. Like waking up so often, like sacrificing your body. Like
take your mic and loosen that and pull it up.
See, he didn't go to Lamar's class.
Just loosen it and pull it up. Pull it up. Yeah, there you go. Just because you looking up.
Oh, all right.
Don't worry, folks. We want this shit to be crisp for y'all. But I remember, bro, because like I said, you called me, you know what I'm saying? I think we had a real long, drawn-out conversation, about that, you know what I'm saying, when it was time. But we're gonna go real in-depth to fatherhood, man.
Yeah.
Because I definitely think it's something that, a conversation that never gets old, especially these, black men out here, young black excellence in the room.
Right.
I think more so. I mean, we'll get to it later too. But I think that a lot of the articles, books, like, and even just the conversations amongst men, like, a lot of it is surface level, and it doesn't necessarily prepare men for what's really to
I feel
come.
like it ain't no real niggas writing these books. I think
Like,
that's what you really
like
wanna
they
say.
tell you like the surface stuff, or they tell you just like some science stuff, but they don't. Like some of the articles were helpful, but there was a lot of stuff that was left out. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So let's just go down memory lane, man. Year 2000. Where the fuck was we at, bro?
2000.
Matter of fact, hold on. What's going on with you? I gotta check in with both of y'all.
Okay. I can't complain, man. I'm blessed.
Bro,
I'm blessed.
it seems like, man, every
It's
time I turn around, man, you just put another check in the box, man. You just got a new spot. You know what I'm saying? You on the island. You sailed over. You know what I'm saying? You planted your flag and said, I'm moving to Bowie Island too, man. This where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Congratulations.
The market was perfect.
The market,
Rates
bro.
are so low.
Man,
I had to do it.
Telling you, bro. Look, do that year. Do about that 6. Look, when you get to your 7th or 8th month, they gonna blow your fucking phone up, bro. I'm telling you, right now the rates 2%, 2.5.
You mean refi?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, I'm about to get that Riri. I'm about to be saving $200 a month. I'm good.
Yeah, boy, you got in on like 1.2%.
Nah, I can't.
I'm exaggerating.
I won't tell you what I'm getting now. What I was saying when I came in here, I was at 3.175.
Yeah.
And in the first house, I was at 3.5. And back then, when I got the house, was that 2015? 3.5 was low.
Yeah.
So it's like now niggas in the 2s.
Yeah.
Right? So shit.
They getting 2.4s, 2.5s below that.
Look, if you plan on getting the crib, you better get it while it's hot. Cause who knows what's gonna happen after January.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's just go back, man. 2000, bro.
2000.
Googly moogly.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was in 9th grade,
I ain't
bro.
know none of y'all.
You was in 9th. I was probably in 7th.
You was in Banneker, right?
Yeah, I was probably in 7th or 8th.
Bro.
I can't even remember.
Banneker was the shit, dog.
It was.
Banneker was the shit. See, what I really liked about you was a year.
About a year.
Was a year?
A year younger. Or
Yeah. So you graduated with a Johnisha now.
Right.
Okay, so it was
We
a
had
year
the best
younger.
class.
Y'all, I won't even lie to you. I was low key a little jelly because y'all was real right tight knit. You know what I'm saying? Polo and all them, Norman and all them shouted at.
Polo was in your class?
Yeah, bro.
Ever and all them, his
The
sister
whole
Carol.
Maryland knew Rick Cheney burnt the joke.
Janae and them, man, all y'all had the mob. I felt like y'all had the biggest tight knit mob.
Class.
Now don't get me wrong, like we had a tight knit mob in my year, class of 03, but we were a little bit more split up. So we had like in Paint Branch, you had up the hall niggas, which was, you know, the athletes, you know what I'm saying, the baddies or whatever.
Right.
You had the small cafe folks who was like the headbangers or the weed smokers.
Right.
And then you had the around the corner niggas who was us. And we was just us, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot more of us than anybody else. But it was just like, you know what I'm saying, like D-Dub was an up the hall type of nigga, Fred Body was an up the hall.
Fred, he hit you with
all
the blocks,
them.
though.
But it was just like, you know what I'm saying, them niggas was still cool, like it didn't matter, you know what I mean, we in class, it's like, you know what I mean, like I met Fred in fucking 4th grade, summer school, we both was real dumb in that joint, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Megatron. Look, I seen Mega when we was in Cali, man.
That's the chick that be hooting, right?
Doing it.
No, she used to be she used to be in the marketing or the business aspect for the WNBA.
Oh,
she worked for the Lakers now.
Yeah.
She was down there, I want to say Arizona or New Mexico, and then she drove to Cali and she been out there. We went out there. She came in. She linked up with us, man. You know, little young bods, man. She doing her thing. Keep it up.
Paint Branch, bro.
Paint Branch was the shit, though. I mean, have you been there lately?
I seen it every day.
Every day.
I mean, have you been in there though?
No, I haven't been in
Bro,
there.
you know the school is 90% black now?
For real?
90.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Castle Boulevard down the street. Shout out to
Nah,
Castle
dog, but everybody, nigga, the boulevard, it ain't that fucking big. People are moving out there, dog.
Yeah.
You know, pushing people out the city, pushing them out. The bad parts of the county, man, like a lot more people.
Between Fairland, Greencastle, Castle
Dog,
Boulevard.
I was in Fairland. They don't call it Fairland Apartments no more. They call it something else. I was in that joint because my wife's brother stayed around that joint. I was like, dog, what the fuck? I felt like I was out Benning Road somewhere, dog. Like,
they like that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
At one point, Castle Boulevard was probably
Castle Boulevard.
I knew Castle Boulevard.
That shit was so hot that you drove on the B, you getting pulled over. No matter.
I didn't know.
My man Nelson used to sell O's out Castle Boulevard.
Ooh, the O's. My man used to push. Wild nigga.
He used to sell them jumps off the ride on.
So look. So yeah, I didn't know it was that bad over there, man. But I mean, but my thing is, they said the main reason why is because they went from, I think, Division 3A to 4A.
Oh yeah.
So they went to being a big name high school. So then, with that, everybody want to move out there. But I've been in the school. That junk is huge.
Yeah.
They be doing a lot of these Mo County schools though.
What's the last one they did besides
Seneca.
Seneca Valley?
They just finished that jump. That jump vicious. Hold on, let me pull up a picture of that jump.
Really?
Slim.
Cornell, stay in front of the mic, sir. You
Okay.
killing me. That's why I said don't pour that last cup. You see that cup? Ain't no ice in that shit. That means it's a lot of liquor in there.
That shit
My
real.
bad.
Anyway, so you did your 4 years. I did my 4 years.
Shit, I did 8, bro.
Huh?
I did 8.
No. I'm talking about high school.
Oh,
high school. I left. I left.
I definitely didn't do 8.
Nah. You be real dumb out here. So I left. I left a week after graduation, bro.
Damn. Yeah.
Well, I was y'all like low key signed up like from in like the beginning of
right before you graduated. They got you. They was at your door.
But I was just I just didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I was on the fence for that shit all the way up until the day before. Nigga was tearing up and all that shit. But I felt like, shout to Mom Dukes, but she didn't really set me up to do nothing.
Same situation.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, so we not going to invest in no money for college or nothing? And I was like, all right, well, I'm about to roll. She's like, well, you my only son. You can't. I was like, well, what I'm supposed to do? I'm like, I'm out this Jones skinny nigga, long hair, no hang time in the back, split ends. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I slid the fuck off. Oh yeah, that Jones looks sweet.
Swipe that jump.
That joint looks sweet, yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Seneca Valley. They used to smash us in football.
Oh yeah.
So what year did you leave to go at? You went in 05.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was in the sandbox in 05, bro.
I already know.
Dog.
I already know.
That was some wild shit, bro. Me and that nigga Eric, dog.
For real?
Yeah, me and Eric, we both went in the same time. If you listen to the military episode, Eric was in here. The PTSD episode, he was in here.
Yeah, I heard him talking.
And me and Eric supposed to win at the same time. We were signed up on the buddy program, and
that's the same shit I went under.
who was your buddy?
Well, he went to Rockville, but I knew him from the Manor when I lived.
Oh, yeah.
You live in the man?
Yeah, Magnolia.
I ain't know that.
Yeah,
You don't know about it,
yeah.
cuz.
I didn't know you lived in Atlanta.
Georgia Avenue, cuz. I've been all around the block, boy.
I used to live on Belpre.
You're right.
Ooh,
Nah, yeah.
Belpre.
You're right.
Belpre.
That's where I lived for
You been asking her, boy.
my whole childhood.
For real?
Yeah.
Cornell, so much about you I don't know.
Right. Speak about it.
So I was this. They put this. I guess he was going out on too many patrols or something. So I had to tell the nigga to chill.
Right.
So I ran into this nigga in the fucking gym. So I was like, "The fuck you doing in here?" I had seen this nigga in years, and he in the gym. Boy, this some bullshit that we made in a tent.
Oh, yeah.
Some old weights and shit. Old fucking nigga rusted weights. Niggas pumping the shit out of that shit. And we got to wrap it. I was like, all right, boom, 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 boom. So I seen him a couple of times. Then I didn't see him for maybe a week or two, maybe 3 weeks. And then they built the internet cafe. Now, granted, a lot of shit that they have now,
They didn't
we didn't have, like, only thing we had, the internet cafe was like groundbreaking.
You had the calling cards.
In Iraq. No, we was using Yahoo chat.
But you didn't have phones through AT&T?
We had phones, but I mean, they had the phones. No, they had the phones in there if you want to make a call.
But you had to use the calling card.
No, we had a phone. We had a phone. Yeah, we had a phone. I mean, we did the Army, the National Guard, y'all hooked us up a little bit.
Damn.
That was the only thing. Everything besides that, the water was hot and we was eating bullshit. But so once they built the internet cafe, once they got us hip to the Yahoo chats, everybody just made an account. Yeah. You know, tell their folks, hey, this is what I got. Make one and you can see them. So it's like niggas was
videos.
Yeah, niggas was teeing up in the joint. Like people hadn't seen their families. Or they hadn't even heard from him in like 6 months, and they like, hey, I can see you type joint. You know what I'm saying? Shit was blurry as fuck though. That shit was blurry like some 70s retro shit, but it was short though. You only could do it for like 5 minutes, so kind of like a jail call type deal. You know what I mean? You know, my mother called Red Cross.
For real?
She called Red. I talked to her when I was in Kuwait. We was in a green zone right before we drove. We drove 26 hours into Iraq from Kuwait.
Damn.
Drove. It was hot as fuck. And my mother didn't. I wasn't even on my Fort Outbreak base 3 days, and she called fucking Red Cross because she hadn't heard from me. And the sergeant major came in and was like, "Who the fuck is Marbury?" I was like, he came out here. He was like, "Tell your fucking mother to chill out." I was like, "That's just my mother." She was like, well, "I just need to know you okay." I'm like, "Ma, are you serious?" I'm like, "Ma, he drove from Baghdad. He drove 40 miles to me for this phone call." I was like, "Don't do that again. I'm good." But came home, man, did my time and got out. I got out on 07. You got out in.
I got out on 13.
You did 8 years, bro. I feel like if
it's a long time, bro.
Why you ain't do the whole 20?
Because first of all, I was tired of deploying. Second of all, I was trying to finish college.
Where'd you go?
Iraq.
That was it?
Yeah, but
You went to Iraq once or twice?
Once. But at that time, I was already scheduled to go a second time, but I was about to ETS. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take my time.
So, you was in the Army, correct?
Yeah.
So, what was your job?
I had 2 jobs. I was an MP, and then I did supply.
MP?
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking with y'all.
Nah.
Yeah, y'all was the gatekeeper. Nigga pull up to the gate fried. I'd be like, bro, come on. I'd be like, come on, bro. Like, just this one time.
Trying to get in.
You had a little briefing in the car. You're like, look, man, just let me get through. I got buked, dog.
Yeah.
I was picking this little joint up from in town. I had borrowed my whiteboard, man, pickup, Toyota Tacoma type. And I went and picked the little joint up. I was taking on base. I ain't no license. Wow, nigga. Had a whole car, no license in North Carolina. And I pull up to the joint and she don't have her seatbelt on. I'm like, God. So he pulled me over. And he was like, I was like, yeah, I don't have my license on me. Pulled me in the bag or whatever. Not knowing that he still put the shit on the blotter. You know what I'm saying? Wait, once your shit go in the blotter, you're done. First sergeant gonna get your ass in the morning. You can't hide it at that point. So I came back and I told my corporal, I said, look, this is what happened. I ain't had no license, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to get some cheats, you know what I'm saying? This is what happened. So,
young and dumb.
So you know what I'm saying? Wild nigga. So turn around and, you know what I mean, I ended up getting like 30 days restriction, half pay, bullshit. You already know it. Well, if you don't know, we ain't making no money. Nigga, checks was only like $500.
Right.
After
you
taxes.
got hazardous duty pay.
Nigga, in the rear, in the States,
the
check only like $500.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
That is awful, dog.
It is, bro, but you gotta think, it's like you don't pay for no medical, you don't pay, it's a lot of shit you don't pay for.
Housing, food.
Like you don't,
unless you buy
you can legitimately eat 3 meals a day. It may not be that good.
No rent, no insurance.
You don't pay no rent. All that shit is already deducted.
No nothing.
But this
Bruh, 500? What you doing with that?
I mean, shit, buying Jordans like this man.
you go to Japan, you nigga. Look, I went to Japan. I picked up the patent leathers. I had like
this nigga had Jordans that wasn't even out.
I had like 4 or 5 pairs of bathing apes, nigga. When bathing apes was hot. I had all these wild colors. I had these Jamaican colored Jordans.
I mean, I guess 18 to stack them up ain't bad at 18.
Shit,
like, that shit
with no bills?
Right.
With no bills, but my thing.
I think about it now with
But then you
kids
had
and
Mom
bills.
Dukes
though.
who needed help, so you know what I'm saying.
You gotta help Mom Dukes out. You got a car.
You know what I'm saying?
You pay an insurance. You got a cable. You got a phone bill. You check.
Bro, that's the stack.
You checked on.
That's the stack.
If you getting tatted, that's money too out your
You
pocket.
getting tagged.
Only you.
You getting
Yeah,
tagged.
I was getting
I'm going. Me and the wife going to New Orleans next week, and we both getting tagged.
Yeah.
Fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
that's cool. We went in November.
No, that's COVID capital.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
We-
No.
We're gonna be mashed up.
Bad.
Look,
You
let
gonna
me
be
tell you
mashed
something.
up.
We need a fucking break. We'll be 4 days.
Yeah,
We need a break, though.
You ain't
We
been
need-
nowhere since?
I went to Cali, came back sick.
Damn.
COVID?
It had to be, bro.
You didn't get tested?
No.
Hey,
You know why they look?
Hey,
look,
put that on the agenda. We need to talk about.
Listen,
how
the
that
reason.
serious was.
Listen, okay. So it's the reason why. Let's tell you the reason why I didn't get tested, right? So we went to Cali in end of February into March. We went to Cali. Me, D-Dub, Hosney, Barry, Glenn, and my man James
I
Turner
remember that.
live
You
over
splitting
there.
it up.
So we was out there joining. I was like, damn. I was
But
like,
February, it wasn't like hot yet. We wasn't locked down.
it was nothing yet. It was
Yeah.
nothing. It was
That's what you
nothing.
think.
No, it was like March 18th.
It wasn't on TV.
It
yet.
wasn't mainstream, but
No, it wasn't mainstream, but it was. I think it was already there because my daughter was sick
Right.
prior to that, like real bad. I was like, the fuck, we just kept giving her like warm baths. She was chilling, but she was wheezing hard as shit.
Right.
And my wife was sick before I left, but I don't think hers was that bad. When I got over there, we was chilling. One of my mans, he had a sore throat the whole time, so he was drinking hot tea and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we was in an Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't really. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't really on top of each other like that. Niggas was still kind of chilling like regular.
Yeah.
But when I came back, nigga, it was like 3 days later, I started getting sick. And then after that, nigga, that shit, week by week, it just progressively got worse. Nigga, I had went through like 3 or 4 Jones of Mucinex. It was getting worse. Nigga, when I knew it was really bad, I had woke up in the middle of the night, jumped up because I couldn't breathe. Like, like fuck. But then after that, once I got better, I was coughing a lot. So I went to the doctor and he was like, hey, have you been overseas? I was like, no, I just came out from California. Do I need to get tested? He was like, no. And then the next day, they started saying coronavirus, and I was like, oh,
That's that anthrax shot in
shit.
the military.
Yeah, but it's like, it was like at that point, I wasn't sick anymore, and I haven't been sick since. So it's like part of it was
platelets.
Son?
You got the platelets. Once you get it once.
Yeah. So I was like, well, maybe I've adapted to this shit. Maybe I can't catch it.
Nah,
again.
they say some people once you get it
They say
once,
people can catch it again.
you can catch it again, but some people have the platelets, and that shit was like gold mine on the black market. Like people was paying for them drinks, but the platelets are basically what protects you from getting it again. From what I understand.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but from what I understand.
That shit, I'm gonna quote you on that.
Hey, look, they said they got a motherfucking vaccine. They said 90.
I don't trust it.
Look, listen. Let them couple of dummies go test it out, and if them lab rats come back good. Them couple million lab rats go test that shit out. They come back good, and I'm with it. You
I
know?
got my regular flu
Baltimore
shot,
going back
bro.
to phase 1.
Huh?
Tomorrow. Baltimore going back to phase 1 tomorrow.
It's not just Baltimore, I don't think, though.
That's Baltimore County.
But I think there's more.
And PG County still has the most cases, but we bigger than them though.
Right.
Actually, Anne Arundel County the biggest county in the state, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But they ain't got that many. You know what I'm saying?
But really, for real though, like I told Justice a while ago, I'm a firm believer that when all this stuff started, like they just shut everything down for 3 weeks. I mean, like period, shut everything down. Like you come outside, you going into police quarantine.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing in Europe
That's
now.
what they needed to do though. All of this, like we gonna trust people to quarantine and don't go out unless you need to go here or go there. Like just shut everything down. Everybody don't go nowhere. Life is closed for the next 3 weeks. I feel like we would have been out of this.
Bro, that's how that shit felt.
And now at this point, I did, but it wasn't though, because you can still go to the grocery store.
Dog.
You can still go order some food.
Did you still do?
You can still go.
You done had no issues finding toiletries when that shit first
But you
popped
could
up?
go to Safeway. The doors was open. That's what I'm talking about.
Like it was a line. You had to wait.
But I'm saying close all of that. Tell everybody, look, on the first of the month, we closing everything for 3 weeks. That's it.
Bro,
There's
listen.
nothing open.
Niggas need
Because now at this point,
you gotta think about this. You think about this. What's today? Today the 11th.
yeah.
You would have to tell niggas that shit on the 1st.
Yeah,
They say this will
that's-
happen in December.
that's fine.
Because if
I'm
you
with
don't
that.
do it early enough, the straw's gonna be bone fucking dry.
That's what I'm
until
saying.
then.
Give people time to prepare. Tell them a month in advance. But like on this date, we're closing down everything. Period. It don't matter what you do, where it's at, how it's done. It's closed down for 3 weeks. I feel like we would have been out of COVID because people are so like
But
in
niggas
their own way and selfish. and this and
niggas
that.
still traveling, bro. Listen,
That's my point, though.
Here's my
People still
thing.
traveling. People still going to the store. People still pulling up on each other. People having lunch, brunch, dinner.
Bro.
People doing this, doing that. Like, no.
I'm gonna share this. So I did go to the club.
Wild nigga.
I went to Babylon in Virginia
This nigga's wild.
He went to the hookah
for my
lounge.
man's
This nigga's
birthday.
wild.
Famous hookah lounge.
I don't do hookah. They used to give me some weed for all that. But I'm just saying. So my man hit me.
That on here.
My man hit me. He said, "It's my birthday. I called you first." So I was like, "Fuck." If he called me first, I mean I got to be there. So the wife was like, "You about to go there?" She's like, "Yeah, you know, quarantine up when you get back." You know what I mean? She wasn't fucking with me. So we went to the joint, but it was weird as fuck though. Like the way it's set up.
When was this?
This was probably like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I thought you were saying like back in like March, April.
No, this was in October.
All
we
right.
went. So we went to the joint.
Go ahead.
So we went to the joint, but the way it's set up is like everyone is assigned to a table.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone has to buy a table. So you got to pay that table money.
About $350.
Yeah, if it's just two of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's about 10, 12 people, you're going to pay about a stack for the table.
Damn.
And then it's like everyone. So everyone was just, no, it was a lot of liquor. It was like 3 bottles. And then one joint didn't even get drank. But, so you get there, you at your table, but no one was like mingling, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm at this table here on the west corner of the room, I ain't going to the north side.
Right.
And then it'd be weird walking
That was
over.
real military of you.
Yeah.
The restaurant.
I'm on this side, so it'd be weird. Walk over to the table like, hey, I'm in the table on the opposite side. I just see if you want to dance type deal. Like, everybody was kind of partying amongst the people that they came with.
Right.
So I felt like you did
You have to.
I feel like you did somewhat of a good job at that. But then the health inspector came in there, joined mid-party. The DJ was like, everybody put your mask on real quick. Cut the music and everything. I'm like, whoa. But they said you didn't have to have your mask when you was at your table, which didn't make sense to me. So I put the mask on.
But that's how restaurants are now.
He was in there for like 10 minutes. He left. He was like, all right, y'all good. Niggas was like, threw the mask on. And the rest of the night, they was wild.
Slim, I remember reading something. This might have been about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And it was saying how we as Americans are so spoiled because in other countries, they combated COVID. How do we get rid of COVID? We in America, we just figured out how to normalize it and live amongst it. And it's just like, okay, well, we can go out as long as we social distance, as long as we wear our masks in common areas, as long as when we get back, we stay home for 14 days, as long as we just figured out, we spoiled, dog. So we just figured out, like, we're going to live amongst it versus just sitting our ass still and figure out how to get rid of it.
Bro, you ever see a post, like, let's say Instagram, you ever see, like, a post when they talk about America? You ever look at the comments?
Oh, we trash. We are trash.
Them Europeans, bro, they think we stupid, bro. They
high key, are we not, though?
Them niggas
look at what's going on in the world.
You know, I want to say we are, but I also say I haven't been to Europe, so it's like,
facts.
Well, I've been to Europe. I haven't been to Europe for leisure, so it's like I can't honestly say that
they better.
That them niggas. I can't say that they better or not. I just say I'm jealous. I don't have the accent. That's it.
Where did you go?
We stopped in Germany. We stopped there real quick. Germany smelled goofy as shit. I was like, we in Frankfurt. We landed there, got it. I was like, it's stinky. I'm going back on the plane, and then we flew to Kuwait from there. So I honestly don't. I
had 2 beers.
Huh?
They let you have 2
Hell
beers.
no, nigga. I was fucking 18. I ain't get to drink shit.
Damn, cuz the drinking age in Germany is like 15.
Bruh, we was off that joint for like 15, 20 minutes, bro. We was back. It was no leisure, bro. Niggas was not chilling.
Let's get 2 tall ass.
We was nervous as fuck, bro.
For real?
Hell yeah.
I believe
on the way back.
I believe it.
The whole fucking plane was
like
snoring.
It was nervous, but I mean, I give it another year of this abnormal life we live in, and I think that we'll be alright. I think that if they come out with the vaccine, let's say they come out within the next 6 months, and this is saying the vaccine is out, it's proven, people taking it as good. I give it a year after that.
Unpopular opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like this shit. Not the COVID, but I like being home every day.
He gonna be off until next summer.
No, but bro, listen to me.
That's what they told you?
Yes.
They told us
What they tell you?
so far at
Well, I
best.
can't speak on that. I work for the government, so
I work for the government
they
too.
ain't tell me nothing.
At best, they said we go back flexible return in July.
You know what they told me?
But I'm saying, but look, I mean, we have an infant, right? Isaiah's 6 months old.
Well,
now.
okay.
But
and that's,
I miss
get
no time with him,
Right.
right? We don't have to pay for childcare. We're not putting him in daycare every day. I'm not spending an hour and a half each way, 3 hours a day commuting. There's no dry cleaners bill, putting these suits in the cleaner every week.
You do stay with
You making a lot of people mad right
It's
now.
no, but I'm saying but what I'm saying though is like,
you making a little bit of sense.
I'm saving time, I'm saving money. I get to see my
So what
son
you
all
saying
day,
is-
every day. I'm saying like, I'm not wishing death and sickness upon people, but like from a personal life standpoint and quality of life and family standpoint, like
Sure.
this job like working out for me.
What you think?
Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, I'm teleworking. I
You
got
tell them when you
Like
tell
I put up at a plate. I
I've
put
been
up at a park.
teleworking since COVID started, and my son is in pre-K 4. So I mean,
You got them in the pre-K virtual learning?
nah. So he started off in the virtual, and that was tough.
That shit.
Well,
My daughter, and that's terrible, bro. Them
Well,
teachers
4-year-old
wild as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't listen. I just had 2 teachers on.
Oh, they in kindergarten?
She in pre-K. She in preschool.
Yeah. It's
But
tough.
it's like they're doing the best they can, but they're
Right.
with 4-year-olds, and it's like they stretch that shit out till like 3 o'clock. I'm like, bro, I feel like you could be cutting this shit off like
Right.
12 or 1.
What time they start?
At like 9:30.
9 to 3.
But they get
for pre-K?
they get a lot of breaks though. So they get a 2-hour lunch from like 11:30 to 1:30. But still, like it's a lot of it. Just like for someone someone like me, like I can't be like my wife. She can get up and just get on the computer whenever, and then I gotta catch up on some shit. Me at 7:30, nigga, I'm here. I gotta tell somebody I'm here, and at 4, I gotta say, hey, I'm done. That means the next person, because I'm a shift worker, the next person is in and I'm here. I can't just
So you gotta actually like let somebody know.
I use Microsoft Teams, so we
Me
all
too.
on there. So it's like I have to let
You said
somebody
it was
know.
clutch though, man. I got Teams on my phone now, so
I
my light
got it on my phone too.
My light always green.
But they know that. But they know.
I don't know about that. Like
My light always green. We went for the AIC.
nah.
Well, my thing is this. My thing is, it's like my work ethic, the type of person I am. Like I'm a runner, though.
Right.
So it's like I'm used to, even if I'm just getting on the train to go to work. That's just my daily routine. I've been doing it for like 10, 15 years. I just been used to that.
Right.
And to tell me that all I got to do is wake up at 7:23,
To get on live at
start the computer up, nigga, teeth ain't brushed, coffee ain't brewed, and say I'm here, and then doze the fuck back off. It's like that shit job made me lazy. You know the crazy thing is, we had a little format set up for the show, and I see we just shooting straight from the fucking hip.
We are, John.
I just want to let y'all know that we shoot from the hip, but it's alright though. But this is a shooting the shit episode. You know what I'm saying? So there is no format. That means that we have more than one thing we wanted to cover.
Yeah, you could just use it as
And
a
we
guide.
just talking, shit. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I want to talk about home ownership, man.
Okay.
So I don't know about y'all. I think I had a house for both of y'all.
Yep.
So I bought my first house in 2015.
Shout out to Super.
Shout out to Suitland. Sons of
So
bitches.
where at?
Shout out to
Like, I was right there on fucking
Suitland Road.
Suitland Road, Allentown.
Super in the Allentown.
I was right outside Andrews.
You was deep.
By the liquor store.
No, I was quiet, bro. Well,
Yeah, a little
it was
outside.
quiet-ish.
Be quiet-ish.
Like it was an older folks neighborhood, but you had nigga shit going on right outside the neighborhood. So let me tell you this.
It was a humble joint though for Super.
It was-
Super joint.
It was
humble.
everything compared to this house I'm in now and the old house. All the appliances the appliances way better. The marble countertops,
For real.
all the fucking
It's
furnace,
Suitland.
all that shit. Yeah, all that shit. All the important shit was brand new.
But you wanna
That's
know
why I got the house.
You wanna know why though?
Because when they put that money in that shit, that's why they was like, shit, we want somebody to get in here.
Yeah.
So, but you know, with that VA loan, they want that. That's guaranteed money. So
Right.
I will say this: as a black man in America, everything is about ownership. You got to own some shit. Whether you own a business, I ain't talking about owning no fucking car. I ain't talking about owning no motherfucking jewelry. I'm talking about owning some shit with your motherfucking name on
Yeah,
it.
those
You
are
can
the
pass,
good shit
that you can
assets
pass
right
on,
there.
dog. And a house is, to me, is a stepping stone, man. It's like for me, I feel like I set the foundation for my son, my daughter. You know what I'm saying? To say, hey, this is what I did for y'all. This is what me and mom did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
This is forever home?
at minimum, hell, I'm not moving again. I'm gonna die in this motherfucking house. You understand me? I'm gonna die in booty. I am not moving again. Right, but listen, look, my neighbor to the right of my house, he been living there about 26, 27 years. My neighbor to the left, he been in there like 23, 24 years.
But for real, there's no reason for those.
Then white people across the street been in there like 30 years. My neighbor at the corner, they 80. They was one of the first ones to be here. I'm going to die in here. I'm not moving again, bro. Listen, selling a house, buying a house. It's my first house. I don't, you know what I mean? We was like fucking 29, 30 years old. You don't really know shit. You just, to me, be honest, I wanted to be close to the job. And also, we was living.
You was job close though.
We was living in, not really. We was living in
You
rural.
wasn't? You went on
The commute was some bullshit though. On Saturday, nigga be fucking hungover flying down Susan Parkway to get to the city in about 10, 15 minutes. If I was working at night, I would take the bike to work. But even then, nigga, I'm on the bike, niggas trying to run me off the fucking road, you know what I'm saying? You know how
we
niggas
gonna get there, but look,
we gonna get on the bike shit.
I don't miss riding on the street.
Fuck no,
I don't miss that.
Niggas
I
wild,
remember,
bro.
hey, that was the first time I met him with Nelson. We met at Stadium.
Well, you
Stadium.
Who's that stadium?
No, Stadium. It was $2 Tuesdays. They had the drink special.
I remember, but we was in the joint. Security had jumped on somebody because he had his phone out and shit, and he was like, "Nigga, I'm not recording. What the fuck?"
And you had what was the name of the yellow bike?
Oh, Granddaddy. I had Granddaddy. Yeah.
And Gus was on. Me, Shaq was with us.
Shacky he
and,
moved to Florida, man. Shout out to
Gus
Shacky.
was with us, and then it was Nelson, and it might have been one other person. I don't remember who. And,
Joe was there too.
No, Joe wasn't there.
Joe wasn't there?
Nah, because when we peeled off, it was just me and Nelson. Because I remember that was my first real ride, and I ran out of gas that night. I ran out of gas that night, and Nelson had to go to the gas station to buy a water bottle.
Who runs out of gas?
Look,
when you're in the zone, bro, you're not paying attention.
But look,
I was also doing.
I was a couple weeks into the bike life.
I didn't know how long he was riding.
The bike don't have a gas meter on it. The light come on and that's it. There ain't no meter to say you got 4 tank, half tank.
You can hear that.
Negro, I was like a week and a half into my bike life.
Oh, so you don't know about hearing that shit?
Damn, you was only riding a week when I met you?
About a week.
What?
About a week.
And you was smacking a little bit too.
About a week, bro.
Yeah,
and we did that Baltimore loop. I remember we took BW Parkway to 97 and took that joint up through B-More and came back down.
All I know is I kind of sat back and chilled a little bit because I was like, well, I don't know.
Missed the turn and took the grass.
I said, I don't know how I don't know how these niggas ride. You know what I'm saying? So let me just kind of cool out. But then I think we was coming through GW Parkway.
Yeah. No, not GW.
Remember what was we at? When we came through VA, I remember coming through with y'all.
That might have been a different ride, but the night from Stadium, we left there, hopped on 50, went up 295 all the way through B-More. No, we took 50 up. I'm sorry, we took 50 to 97, and it took 97 over 695.
So tours around the mills and shit.
Yeah, we took that.
All I know is I sat back a little bit to see what was going on, and I was like, all right, I'm about to get the fuck out of here. Man, that old heavy ass bike, bro, that joint had some fight, bro.
We had some wild days on the streets.
But man, I think
we had some wild days.
I think that was the best decision that we ever did, man. Was just like, nah, I can't go on the streets, bro.
Look, I tell anybody who I talked about bikes, I said, I was always fortunate because I was fortunate, there's different people in the bike life, like in the bike world, obviously, in any world. But I was fortunate enough to land with people who had respect for the sport and a love and a passion for the sport, right? And so it was really Leon and Wally and Alex and, some others that was just
shout out to Alex.
Francie, my man Francie.
France. Miss Francie, bro. Francie hit me.
It was these guys that was like, hey, come check out the track. But really, it was more so like when I rode with them, it wasn't just like, yo, let's go out here and do wheelies and do 200 down 95.
We never did. We would cut up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But we was never really about the wheelies and the reckless. It was responsible speed. But I was fortunate.
It was still faster than regular traffic.
For sure. But I was blessed to find folks. I was blessed to find folks that respected the sport and took it to the next level and was like, no, we're going to go to the track. We're going to get the shot. We're going to really learn about this. And we're going to do it the right way. Because I could have easily winded up with, I'm not going to drop names, but people who was on some other type time. And, not even you. I mean, people was on some real wild type time. And just like, you know what I'm saying? But on a whole different,
a lot of wild niggas.
A whole different type of time.
I know a lot of wild. I still know a lot of wild.
You know what I'm saying? So,
between me and you, I mean, we know.
I know a lot of wild niggas who rode, bro. Like,
but everybody,
I witnessed a lot of death, bro. I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna say I'm numb to it, but like, I seen some really talented niggas, and I seen some really reckless niggas. See, this the thing, and this is an unpopular.
Man, we seen it all. We seen
Listen. This is an unpopular comment, but it is what it is. A lot of these niggas who ride on the street or roll on the street think that because these niggas blazing through the traffic 100-something miles an hour, or they dragging their fucking knee on her yes, or fucking church road and all that, they think that shit, it's luck, bro.
It is.
Because all it take for is the minivan to be leaking transmission.
Or some gravel.
You know what they say though, right? It's only two types of riders.
Been down or going down?
Been down or going down. Nigga, I've been down twice, bro.
I've been down once.
You know what I'm saying? I've been down twice, and luckily it was some short shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, bro. Like my first night out,
I went down on 270. On 270.
Really?
I done seen a lot of crashes out there. I done seen a lot of crashes out there.
I done burnt up 270.
A lot of them jumps done humbled me
burnt
too.
up ICC.
What kind of bike you had?
I had
The 9.5.
I had 954.
Oh, yeah, old body joint. Yeah, the
It was
old
03.
old
body
dad.
joint.
It was
I
03.
had that. My shit was old too. It's okay.
But at that time, it wasn't old though.
It wasn't old back
Yeah,
then.
it was probably like.
Well, you know. My rule. There's a 7-year rule on your bike.
Right.
So it's like officially my BMW is old now. And if you look on the line, everybody's selling them. Everybody's selling them and getting either a new one or a newer one.
Let me say though, I'm appreciative of y'all though. People I do ride with, Leon, Nelson, Alex, Brandon, because I do feel like we all hold each other accountable. You know, like I'm not saying people don't ride on the street at all, but
Apparently, it's still niggas out there. I don't see
all
them.
I'm saying is though, for the people that I ride with though, we do hold each other accountable to being on the track and being responsible on the track. Because man, I was to call each other out if you acting goofy on the track.
Hell yeah! Listen. I'm gonna talk about Nelson. Just for those who don't know, Nelson is here in the room, but I don't have no fourth mic, so he's not here to defend himself. Let me tell you this goofy shit Nelson did.
Oh,
So we went to this when I was in the bike club. And Nelson was just hanging around. I think Nelson had the old 750. Just nod your head.
the old 2 joint.
He had the old 750, the blue and white jump.
The big trunk on the joint.
We had went all the way out fucking Centerville, man, to this little bike function.
Oh, I remember that.
And that guy was some boy.
And we hit mad traffic on the
We
way.
had a
And
lot
Nelson
of
was
traffic.
running up on niggas 6s on the
Nelson
road.
had ran up on my man One Up, and he had just scared him.
Was that the nigga with the chrome wheels?
Yeah, he had the ZX10. He used to Willie and shit. Man, we got back to shop, man. And this nigga wanted to crush Nelson, bro. He was like, who the fuck is your man? He almost did this. And it was like days that went by. He was really upset about this shit. I was like, bro. But this was back then when Nelson was kind of on some wild nigga shit. I was like, why the fuck Nelson riding like that? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it's like he came a long way though. You know what I'm saying? But young man. I mean, he just didn't know, man. I mean, it was
everybody needs somebody to hold him accountable.
it was
That's
the
all
thing
it
to
is.
do. Like it's like I felt like I was always on Cornell, even though I didn't know him like that. It's like I saw something. Like it was like I think it was one time we was riding. I think I had just got the Beamer. And it took me to the little spot out Frederick somewhere.
Yeah,
little
that's
spot.
CBR.
And I was bullshitting on the bike. Whole time I didn't know my tires was dry rotted from the previous owner. So we was up fucking coming down Church 495 Mo County, and I really wanted to smack, but I was like, bro, why the fuck I feel like I'm about to fall? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna just take it easy. Went out to drink chill. We ended up going back to the crib. Nigga was like, you want some nigga? I was like, nigga, I gotta ride back to Laurel. I'm good. But it's like I had already known. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep this young nigga close. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep him close. Like I see it. You know what I mean? So it's like I see what you've done now. It's like, you know.
Hey, Deron, he didn't even bring up the fact that like this nigga had my name saved in his phone as Fugitive.
Yeah, this nigga. Look,
hey,
we was
Nelson cut me out of jail that
We was
night.
at a nigga Mario joint, man. We was out the joint chilling, and he had just dipped off. He had to run home and do something. Man, this nigga called. Nelson was like, bro, can somebody please come get me? I'm about to get locked up. This nigga jumped on the ICC,
blazing,
and was doing like a buck 20 the whole time. Didn't even know he had half of Mo County police right behind him. Nigga came around the corner, the road was blocked. I was like, oh, you fucked up.
There was a roadblock on the ICC. I slowed down. They
bro, you know that I steal your picture when you call, you hold them tickets. I would never change it, bro.
I had paperwork as long as my body. And these niggas was like, you got 15 minutes to call somebody, you gotta come with us. Yeah. And I remember I called my man Ryan, he was like, I can't do it. I called Nelson.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan.
I called my man Nelson. I called my man Nelson. Nelson was like, all right, I got you. Put him in the Subi. And RIP to the Subi. And I remember me and Nelson went and stole my bike back that day. We was on some wild shit because they had done impounded. And I was like, Nelson, come on, man, I got the keys with me. We went back and stole my bike back out the impound lot.
Crazy.
Rockville?
Shit.
Nah, I'm gonna say it was out in Burtonsville. Yeah.
Burtonsville, young old gunpowder.
Yeah, that's exactly what
The shit is right outside. Don't come in up.
We stole my bike back out the impound lot and dipped the fuck out. And but after that, I was like, man, I gotta chill out.
Yeah.
But you know what, man? I think we all went through that phase, bro.
Man,
Like, I feel like that was just the phase of just growing.
I think it's a part of being black.
Like, think about it now, bro.
It's a part of being black.
Everybody in their 30s, bro. Like, and you know, we black men, bro. Let's keep it 100. We do wild shit, bro.
Man,
In your teens and your 20s, that's that wild nigga stage, man.
there's some shit I can't even speak about in this podcast.
Hell no, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
grew up around some motherfuckers.
But also, so I want to get back into home ownership. Like I said, again, we winning today, so we all over the place. So like I said, I had the crib, man, and I moved. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember you was in the apartment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck was in it. You was in the apartment.
Which one?
Yeah, which one you was? You was in Laurel, right?
Me?
You was in Laurel.
When you moved to Shootin?
You was in Laurel, right?
No, I was in Rockville.
You still in Rockville?
I was in
No,
Rockville.
you still with Mom Dukes.
Man.
You was in the basement, George joint.
Oh yeah,
Then you left from there.
Johnstown.
Then you left from there and went to Laurel, right?
No, I went to Rockville.
I never came
by
to that.
Shady Grove Station.
I never came to that.
I didn't move to Laurel till 2019 or 18, something like that.
So then you moved to Laurel, and then, you know what I'm saying, your shit started getting serious, shit started getting real.
Yeah.
And then y'all went ahead and pulled up on the spot.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you something. I fucking loved your neighborhood, bro. Like, I was out there, I was like, damn, like, them motherfucking white people, they were just walking around. Like, everybody was outside. I like that little gap you had right there with the basketball court. And then I like that people's houses, they got that little deck that go all the way around. I just like always low-key wanted some shit like that.
They did have a nice deck.
Yeah, but
Mason was a wild boy.
Like, it was just a good neighborhood, though. And I looked, I was like, shit, it's high as hell out here.
It is.
They want at least a 5-6 piece to live out there. I was like, I can't give them 6.
It was a lovely neighborhood, though. It was like quintessential. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I can't give them 6.
It was like quintessential.
Come here, boo. What's wrong?
Special guest.
What's wrong, boo?
Hi, Harley.
Okay.
Come say hi to the people.
Hi, Harley.
Hi.
Daddy
How you
says
doing?
I'm not allowed to date ever. Harley,
Oh, I love that
concur.
shirt. That's
Say
what I'm
hi.
talking about.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Tell them your name.
My name is Holly Marbury.
Harley Marbury, you look
All right.
beautiful.
So you know we live, and you done interrupted. But
I
it's
see
okay.
Aiden Marbury making a guest appearance.
Aiden, come on in. Come say what's up.
Aiden,
Come
I'm
in.
dog you in the Fortnite.
Come say what's up.
You didn't even 1v1 me yet.
Come tell everybody what's up.
What's up, everybody?
Tell them your name. Say
Harley,
I'm
you look
Aiden.
beautiful.
I'm Aiden.
Blah blah blah
How's your
blah.
Fortnite King.
You're my dad's, whatever.
Yeah,
Boy, I'm
Fortnite King.
seeing triplets over here.
So y'all
Okay.
good? You good? Where's mom?
She upstairs.
Tell mom she know I'm recording. She need to tighten up. Get out of here. Close the door.
See y'all. 18.
Bye bye, boo. Bye bye. Close the door.
You got 1v1 me.
Close the door. Hey, listen.
Y'all
know,
said wild.
like I gotta talk to the people. Listen. Y'all gotta excuse me. We roughing it tonight. We out here drinking 101 proof in this mark. Yo, we reminiscing.
We tight.
We reminiscing like we listen. It's dealer's choice night.
Hey, but look, you know they gonna love it. First of all,
It's raw though. It's raw. It's raw.
You gotta let Deron talk. He ain't said nothing. Go
Let
ahead.
me
I'm
just be on
listening.
this. There's a lot of viewers that's gonna see this episode and be like, where the fuck that nigga been at? They gonna be like, where the fuck did you find this nigga at? So I already know that shit gonna be jumping. So we chilling and they gonna enjoy the show.
Listen. I let the people. I don't give a shit. I just want to explain to people like what this podcast means to me.
Oh, let's do that. Let's start there.
This is my thing. This is some deep shit. This is like.
Where did Captain's Log start? Tell us.
Yeah.
Where did they
So
come
for
from?
those who don't know, man, Captain's Log was just first of all it came from Star Trek.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Star Trek Generations. That shit came on like 10 o'clock. That's where it came from. Captain's Log. He went in. Go back and look it up. I'm talking about my man from I ain't had cable. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get what I can get at 10 o'clock. I'm talking about my man from X-Men, Professor X.
Oh yeah.
It came from that, and he would just say that shit, and he would just make a little comment. And I just started doing that shit, just taking the train. I just see goofy shit every morning. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? I always had a story. From when I was taking the blue line from Benning Road, because my daughter went to daycare right there. That's when my shit was like, this. Always had some wild shit to talk about. And then when I was taking it from Greenville, when I was living in Laurel, and then it just went from there, like, that shit would go from like 10, 15-second clip to like a whole minute to 2 minutes, and having to break that shit up with Instagram being balanced. Oh, you can't record more than a minute. Bro, at the end of the day, dog, this is just, I just had a couple extra dollars, and I said,
how many extra dollars?
Shit, not enough. I just said, look, nigga had a couple coins laying around, and I said, I'm about to turn this room into something, and the same shit I'm doing on the train, I'm doing in the room. Listen.
So let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
From a business perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure like what you're doing with the podcast. But are you capitalizing on the fact that you have a podcast
Hell no.
space? Why not?
It's a business. Oh no, it's an LLC.
Okay.
But as far as like monetizing,
Well, no, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about in terms of you using this space in your own home.
it's a business.
Sir, let's discuss that on the fact that it's a business and you're using this as that. You can write off the square footage that you use for the
Hell
studio.
yeah! Listen. I got the whole shit written down. Niggas like, you can mark off this nigga. I'm checking all the boxes.
My man.
I need all that little money back.
My
That's why
man.
I told the wife, I said, look, for Christmas, I want this sound interface or I want this generator. I was like, whichever one you buy, I'm buying the other one. But I'm buying the soundboard before the end of the year. You write it off.
Right.
Suppose they say your first year, they don't really know what you spending or bringing in.
Right.
They say buy everything.
Right.
Buy every fucking thing you need to buy the first year. That way, when the next 4 or 5 years go through, they know when you spent fucking, $15,000 on this. So this is probably the most you would spend, and then boom, boom, boom. But if you don't spend shit the first year, then I go to next year and I'm paying for photographers and all this other crazy shit.
Right.
And then it's like, well, you didn't spend that much the first year. Next
Shout
year
out
I
to
fuck
Glenn.
around and shout out to Glenn.
Yeah.
Glenn.
So basically, what you're saying is you're not using TurboTax. You got a professional.
Well, I haven't done shit yet. I mean, I haven't been here a year yet.
Right, but you're not using TurboTax to do it. You're gonna have somebody.
Fuck
do it
no,
for
I use no TurboTax ain't. Listen,
You
let me tell you
know
something.
what I'm saying?
Who the fuck has got money back from TurboTax? The
Hey,
fuck?
shit, what you mean?
Nigga, in the military, yeah. Nigga,
Hey, in my early years, I used to get that chicken back in TurboTax.
bro.
Nigga, that was back when nigga was making
Niggas was scrolling
15
like,
an hour.
what that mean?
Boys, but all the Phantom donations
Never
to
got
TurboTax.
I went to H&R Block one time. I went to H&R Block one time. Them niggas told me one
They
time.
rake
I
you
got
though.
up and walked the fuck out. I was like, you can cancel all that
They
shit.
rake you though.
$250.
They when they cut is
This
vicious.
niggas told me I was getting like $100. I was like, $100?
Then they charge you $250.
And then they charged me $250. He was like, well,
It's $250 flat or
$250.
so if you get 5 racks
start.
back, they still want $250.
$250 to start.
Price is the price. It's $250.
But I mean, if you get 5 racks back, $250.
Nigga, I
never used
I got $100,
$100,
bro.
They kill him.
Oh, okay.
I got $100, bro. What am I gonna do with that?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get 100 and give you 250,
Bro, I go fill up the hoopty. Give me a 5 piece and
Fill
some
up the
fries.
subi?
I'm done. That's it.
You gonna fill up the Subi?
I'm like, so what's up, man? I mean,
Yeah.
we all over the place.
Hey,
I'm-
let's pivot to fatherhood real quick, man. Where we at on the agenda?
we want, nigga. There is no agenda. I'll just throw this shit across the
Now,
room.
we still on home ownership. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
So home ownership. So you
Go
bought
back.
the crib. I pulled up to the crib, bro. I was so fucking proud of you, bro.
Oh, you put up for the
Because-
gender reveal.
I pulled up for the general. I got there late.
I remember.
Listen, I told Cornell. I said, Cornell, I was like, bro, I gotta work. I said, I gotta work.
You did
And
tell
I said, bro, look, I'm gonna bring clothes to work. I'm gonna go straight from work from there. The wife pulled up. She was mad as shit. She had me drive. I swear I got there as fast as I possibly can get from DC to Moco. And I came out. I was like, what's this blue shit in the room? I was like, oh, my man about to drop one, though. Oh, it threw me in the bag, bro. I was but I was so happy. I was sitting there. I was like, bro, like, small victory, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I was happy too.
and you know what
You
I'm saying?
knew before that day though.
But you already knew, so you didn't tell me that I was cool with that.
Nah, we didn't tell anybody but a select few people.
But that was also the first time I met Jess. You know what I'm saying? And then her and the wife had a really in-depth conversation, and I was like, yeah, she cool. And then I met little Isaac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
met little hardhead. You know what I'm saying?
Isaac is a game changer. That's
I
what
like Isaac, man. And I think that's good for you,
He's
man.
so
Because
mature,
my thing
man.
is,
He's
it's like Isaac kind of gave you some early practice. You know what I'm saying?
He
On
did,
what
but
you gotta
Isaac is
do.
also very. Isaac is very self-sufficient. Isaac is very protective.
How old is he?
Isaac knows where home base is. Isaac is 11. He knows where home base
Son
is.
is
I
10,
just
bro.
can't wait to watch his journey though.
And I remember when him and
Cornell
Aiden-
got no patience.
I
like
remember
me.
when but Isaac has given me some.
Right.
And Isaac has taught me a lot. Isaiah has taught me a lot. Jess has taught me a lot. But I remember when Isaac and Aiden was playing Madden. I think Aiden was
He
waxing
was
him.
wearing that ass out.
And Isaac came out
Listen,
mad.
all these kids, my son is better than your son. You
All right,
understand
knock
me?
it off.
Pull up.
Knock it off. And I remember Isaac came outside with an attitude. Like, I'm not playing no more. I was like, Isaac, come here. I was like, look, what do you
But
mean?
it's just, Aiden is so loose.
And I remember we talked about it because me, you, and Coleman was outside talking, and I was like, Isaac,
shout
man,
out to
go.
Coleman.
I was like, Isaac, go back in there and handle business, man. Come back when you're done.
Yeah.
Finish them off.
And then he came and said,
Send Aiden home, Isaac.
so tell me about your kids, man.
So I got 2. I have a 4-year-old. He'll be 5 in December.
First of all, the
What's
kids
Jaden?
are beautiful.
Jaden, yeah.
Jada.
Jaden, that's the 4-year-old. He'll be 5 in December.
Uh-huh.
Jada,
Oh, you got a boy and a
a
girl.
boy and a girl.
Shout to the boy
Yeah,
and the
I'm
girl,
saying.
bro.
Boy
Get
and
them
girl.
out the way, bro. You don't need to have no more. Don't do it.
I know.
Get snip, Slim. Get the
I know.
snip.
Y'all just got 2 more in you.
But that third one is like, you might get lucky and get twins, but it's like you might get the
Get
other
lucky.
one.
You want more
twins.
kids? Y'all want more kids?
I mean, I want another one, but you gotta start.
Nigga, do you see this gray hair, bro? Like, I can't do it, bro.
Hey, that's the parents. Nelson, how many more you want over there?
Man, I want one more.
One more.
It's like 2 is perfect. Don't get me wrong. 2 is
Stop by
perfect.
saying.
You're not outnumbered. 2 is perfect.
That's
But
why.
it's like,
That's why he my
once you hit
man.
2, once you hit 2, you almost like, damn, like, is that it? Like, I'm done?
How was that feeling when you had the boy, though?
Oh, man, it was amazing. I mean, I didn't even expect to have a boy first, but the fact that when we did the sonogram and I seen that it was a boy, I was like, dang, most people dream of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people
Niggas
dream of
want
that.
Did you have expectation before your first? Like,
I wanted a boy. I wanted a boy, bro.
You wanted a boy
I
first?
wanted a boy because I was just like, man, like, you know, coming up, dog, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Little,
just-
no father figure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Minimal, I would say minimal father figure. I was just like, I have to do the
Right.
best that I can, like, no matter what, bro. Like, I have to groom a king, you know what I'm saying? I have to.
right.
So
Hey, but
it's
let me
just
tell you
like-
that though. But you were doing a hell of a job with Aiden,
Yeah.
and I can tell just by knowing you personally though, that, like the things that you do with Aiden and how you do it is very intentional and it's showing.
Hell
up.
yeah, but
Show
really, man, really, hats off to mom. Man, let me tell you something. She be in Aiden's shit on a daily to the point I be like, dang, yeah, I keep yelling at this nigga, but I understand.
Right.
When it comes to the schoolwork,
Bro.
I don't have nothing to say. I just sit back. I just kind of be like, yeah, you don't gotta yell at him, but also my man gets straight A's.
Just
But when it-
just don't play when it comes to school.
They don't play. I just think that's women. Period. They
That's
don't
women,
fuck
period.
around
But
with
I ain't
school.
mad at it
That's
though.
what
But when it come to the little shit in the house, like the trash, I be like, bro, like you got one fucking job, bro. Take the fucking trash out. Like take it out. I'm like, I'm trying to teach you something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like if I gotta go, and this is my daughter too. Once I gotta go in there and kind of lay it down, like, hey, look, the fucking trash come Tuesday and Friday. Don't let me have to tell you that again. That
Right.
motherfucking trash be out that bitch
Mhm.
Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Monday night, I ain't gotta say shit. Hey, look, them fucking dishes supposed to be out. I don't have to say nothing. Maybe a month later, I might have to be like, hey, you slipping. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is you do what you supposed. You bring your straight A's. Oh yeah, that youth size 14 to 16 museum hoodie, it be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or them high top variants, it be here tomorrow.
Right.
Or that the little game for the Switch, it be here tomorrow. Cause you do what you supposed to do. That's
Right.
listen. I would have killed to had my father or even whoever or my boyfriend beating my ass because I wasn't doing what the fuck I was supposed to.
Look, man, I am a firm believer, man, in two-parent households or just even having actively two parents. And I mean full-time active. I don't mean the active where like
Jesus
you see,
Christ.
I don't mean active where you see dad 1 or 2 weekends a month or on the holidays. I mean like active where you see interact with dad, 5 to 7 days a week. Like I am a firm believer, especially when you raise sons, daughters too though.
Right.
I don't have a daughter, but
hard, bro.
hey, let me go back to when I asked y'all this though. When you asked Deron this too though, it was like, how did it feel knowing you was having a boy? Before, I always like early years, I always wanted a son. Then I have a goddaughter. Her name is Amaya. Shout out to her. She's amazing. Between her and Jess and I share a goddaughter and this little girl named Royal. You know Royal.
Royal.
Between them, it opened my eyes to the fact that like, okay, I could do a daughter. like I can do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can be happy with it. I can do it. Like, I can see value in that, etc. But then when we had found out that it was a boy, and then I started really like thinking on that and like, you know, drilling that into the brain, and I was like, I have so much more to offer to a son.
Right.
And I was really excited about
Bruh.
it.
But
I was really
let me drop the but.
You would have did all right regardless.
Let me drop the but because
I'm
Little girls make you soft.
not only
Man, I feel like my son made me
So
soft
look.
in some ways.
So look. Not only do they make you soft, but they actually open you up to ways that you didn't think you could be.
Tell me how.
Tell us.
Because a woman, a young woman, a daughter,
Mhm.
is going to teach you
That's some
more
knowledge
about
right here,
yourself than a boy would, right? So as black men, most of the time we parent boys the way we think they're supposed to come up, the way we want them to come up.
I feel like we be excessively
Right.
tough on them.
Right.
Like,
Sometimes though,
So coming
Yes and
from
no.
the environment that we come from, we think.
I'm a firm believer in
parenting boys is a certain
PDA,
way.
public dad affection.
Right.
I mean, I give you a perfect example.
I kiss the shit out of my son.
I give you a
7
perfect
days a week.
example. I was kissing my son until it was like, all right, nigga, you too old. What I'm saying is
Facts.
this: just now, my kids came in here live recording,
And everything stopped.
but it was my daughter came in first.
Right.
So if that was my son,
The reaction.
if it was my son, I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was my daughter, so I was like, if I tell my daughter to get the fuck out of here, she'll go upstairs and be like, Dad doesn't like me.
Right.
And then I gotta spend a day proclaiming my love to my child.
So
That's what it does. It kind of teaches you that balance. And it's like, I was really hard on my son coming up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm still hard on him. But I also explain to him the importance of what I'm trying to build and the type of discipline that I'm trying to explain to him, like, listen, this is how I came up.
So let's take a step back though from what you just said though, right? I think that all three of us, we all know our fathers, we all have a relationship with our fathers, but none of the three of us had full-time fathers in our household as children,
No.
right? And so how has that shaped how we parent our sons and daughters in y'all case
Right.
now?
I mean, it almost feels like I'm penalizing my kids sometimes.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think
most
though,
of the time, yeah, it's like
It feels like
I think the opposite
it
for
feel
me.
like you're penalizing your kids. It feels like sometimes you penalizing yourself because you
Right.
got to go the extra mile
like that I feel.
for some shit that should just be normal. You know what I'm saying? It's like my father relationship, like, yeah, we cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just seen him a couple weeks ago. You know, we were sitting there.
Y'all
you know,
relationship has grown though in the last few.
hell yeah, because
last
I
few
mean,
years,
look, bro, let me tell you
weeks.
something. I was salty. I was a salty individual, bro. I was
Remember.
like, I'm like, nigga, I did X, Y, and Z. What the fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
I remember
you know,
y'all really reconnected.
I'm just like, my thing is, it's like, okay, I got grandkids. This is my wife. She's like, I mean, he needs his grandkids. So I'm like, okay. So it's like, when I'm with my dad, it's like, we chilling and all that. You know, we might be drinking and shit. You know what I mean? I may give him a cigar and all this, but it's like, if he tries to father me,
Right.
like,
There's-
it's if he tries to father, it's like a trigger my
Right,
thing.
right,
I'm like,
Like this shit don't.
I'm
add
like,
up.
bruh, like, don't fuck this up. Like, we're
Right.
chilling, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You know what I mean? My father is 59. He's almost 60. You know, my father live in the city. He been a city dude forever. You know what I mean? He live on Benton Road. And I pull up on him, and I know when I pull up to see my father, I know that I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna have a couple drinks,
Right.
and he gonna
Some
kind of,
children.
and we gonna reminisce,
Right.
and I'm gonna leave, and then he gonna text me after and say we should do this more often. But I can only do it.
So
Like, I can only do it like a every 60 day, like
Right.
every quarterly type thing, because this is me like building up to the point where I'm not gonna snap. I'm not gonna snap to the point of like, damn, where the fuck was you at when I was doing this when I was a child type thing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, I just think that, you know, we as men, black men, we have to break that shit. Like, I feel like that our generation that came up, that was a generation where it was the mom and pops shit not working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like now we trying to mend that shit,
Yeah.
and we trying to say, look, man, this is what the fuck you supposed to do. You supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? If you decide to lay with this woman and y'all want to have a baby, you need to make that shit work.
Not up.
Like, nigga, listen, you need to make an honest woman out of her.
Right.
You need to do what the fuck you supposed to do.
Right.
We need to build some shit.
And that's a perfect.
You know what I'm
Segue. That's a perfect segue to.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you've been leading. You know what I'm saying, the pack in terms of people that we grew up around. Because you older, so
Shout out to you, though.
Right,
I
so-
genuinely do.
you've been married for a
In
while.
an unofficial way, though.
Y'all niggas not about to honor me and put the medal on my
No.
motherfucking shoulders right now.
In an unofficial Christian, wait though, like real talk though, I do think of you as a low key mentor.
Hey, that's unscripted.
So
You niggas saying that shit at the same time, bro.
I do call you and chop it up with you on
Bro, I've known him for 20 years,
on some
bro.
real shit, some family shit, some man time shit, some you know what I'm saying. It's
That's
that
some
stuff because
mentorship shit, bro.
even though you know what I'm saying, you your own dude, you handle yours at home, and I respect that.
Niggas be watching you, bro.
I respect
Looking up to you,
that.
bro.
Y'all niggas about to make me. Y'all make me. Hey, look, y'all about to make this drop one single tear. But listen,
That's real shit,
real
though.
talk though. It's like, it's levels though,
Right.
because how I'm talking to y'all, Wally,
Right.
Yeah,
Gus,
Mike.
you know what I'm saying? Mike, they talking to me because them niggas are older than me, bro. Like, this is what you're supposed to do, bro. And what I'm saying, it's not being done enough.
Right.
Like,
It's not.
like I had y'all pull up to the crib tonight. You know what I'm saying? We chilling, we drinking good, we reminiscing, we talking as good men out here. Like, that's what we supposed to do. And it's like, I expect you guys to go and do that shit for the young niggas under y'all. And I say young nigga, if you 30 days young, you're a young nigga to me.
Right.
And it's not disrespect, but it's time in the game. It's
Right.
it's where I'm at in life. I feel like I'm an old nigga. I feel like at 35 years old, I feel like I'm an old nigga now. So I can go out here and I can start preaching this shit to the next generation. Like, it's certain levels of shit you gotta do. It's certain boxes that gotta be checked.
Right.
It's certain shit you gotta be doing as a man. Listen, I understand, like, before COVID, niggas, you know what I mean? Niggas wanna party, niggas wanna be fresh. But is the house together?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you still staying with Mom Dukes, that's fine. Are you taking care of Mom Dukes? Because if you still with Mom Dukes in your 20s, you're 25 and up, are you handling the business? You paying a couple bills? What's the plan to get the fuck out of there? Okay, you got your own spot now. Okay, you had to get a roommate. What's the plan from there? You know what I'm saying? You gonna be there? You with a little shorty? What's y'all plan? Y'all gonna get a spot? Y'all gonna get a spot together? Y'all gonna have a baby? What's the plan? What you doing? What was you doing? You going to the club where you was buying a lot of shoes, you buying a lot of clothes? You gotta stop that shit. Like, you gotta make sure the boxes checked if you wanna live. When I see niggas out, look, I wanna be the old nigga in the Corvette doing like 50 miles an hour in the fast lane. I wanna be that nigga. I didn't understand it. But it's like, I don't wanna be the nigga that's fucking 21 years old and I got a motherfucking a Scat Pack fucking Charger. The motherfucking note $1,000 a month, the bitch getting repo because I'm doing it for the gram. I want to go out here and just buy me some shit because I can buy it and it's maintained. Yeah. Like, this is what fucking white people have been doing from the beginning of the time. We don't practice this shit enough. We do not practice the live better,
right,
essential techniques enough.
So let me ask you this, because we come from the similar environment, similar background, similar upbringing, right? How did you get those gems to make that transition?
Military.
Okay, besides the military.
I didn't know shit till I went to the service.
Let me ask you this.
I was just.
Hey, I don't want to dig too personal, but did you not know that because of your relationship or lack thereof with your father, or was that just your personal experiences in life?
I just didn't have anybody to tell me. Like
I feel like it would have been different if you had a different relationship with. I don't know why I keep going back to this.
If I'm
gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna keep it funny with y'all. I've been unloading a lot of shit with me and my father lately, and so yeah, I don't know. It's just been heavy on.
But look, I'm not the military, bro. Deeper than that. We're talking socially. Like, how did you flip the switch from everything we know to what you're doing? Like,
I just kept good niggas around me, dog. But this was my thing, and this is real. This is real spit for those who don't know. Let's just say I make $50,000 a year. Mm-hmm. I make $50,000, and whatever I'm doing for $50,000 is how I'm living. But one of my main mans, he makes 75. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If this is my real man, mm-hmm, I'm expecting him to give me the tools of success to get to that money. Right. And by the time I get to that money, he gonna be at 100.
But you met those people where though? Because
I just met him. I'm a social bug, bro.
Like, where we come from, those people don't exist though. So
I'm a social.
Yes, they do. I challenge you on that. Oh. We are in Montgomery and PG County, Maryland.
Hold up. Do they exist where we come from?
They do. It's not that. It's not that many.
How many?
It's not that many. It's
How many
very.
can you count on
It's
one
very
hand?
few. It's very
That
few.
make,
I mean,
that make what 75,000 a
No,
year?
that have that positive influence to be able.
oh
to
no
do
no no.
that.
I think it's a. Listen,
I'm like, yo,
I think it's
bro.
I think it's always a lot of positive influence, but it's all about your vision. I just think some people's vision isn't as far down the road as some people. So it's like if a nigga make, I don't want to say how much money niggas make, but if a nigga make enough money to have him a little crib, it might be old as fuck, it might be good as for him, he might have his family, but he don't make as much as me, or he's not in the tax bracket, or he's not in the same area. If it's good for him, it's fine. But it's like as long as the encouragement is there.
Right.
Like if I'm fucking up, bro, like,
Right.
or you see, damn, bro, you doing this shit wrong. Like,
You know,
you
I
be
tell you
doing it
that
this
though.
way.
You do tell niggas when they fucking up.
Fuck yeah.
Cause he always been like
I got
Pops,
to,
though.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm
He
gonna
do
tell
call
you,
niggas on.
I used to
Yeah.
fuck off.
I'm gonna tell you one time.
You
Nelson
used to be
fucked
on,
up.
you used to be on
Hey,
some
look.
goofy shit.
We went
Bro.
to NC bike and Nelson ain't had no
I
brake
used
pads
to
on his
fuck
bike.
off. I knew everybody and everybody that I banged with, we all fucked off. And this nigga was always like Pops. He would always be like, bro, what you doing? Like, what are y'all doing?
I just felt like we all could. I feel like we all could have been doing better. You know what I'm saying? Whatever point, it's just like I just always expected that shit. I was like, bro, we all could be doing better, bro. Like, and then it was like when I came back home, I was fucked up when I came home. Nigga, I just wanted to get fried, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like I'm tired of stressing. I just want to get fried. And then we got to a point, you know what I'm saying, with my wife now, and she like, look, your fucking car shot up. You done got locked the fuck up. You spent the night in jail because you was fried. Like, what the fuck? And it's like, you know what I'm
So
saying?
let me ask
Like,
you this, because there is a big perception in the black community that black men, can't settle down, can't commit, and don't know how to make that transition from what we know to what we're supposed to be doing. So how did that happen for you?
man, to be honest, man, when I met my wife now, you know what I'm saying, I met her 3 days after I got out of the service. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to get out, so I was lurking. I was like, I'm trying to line something up.
Oh, so you was intentional.
I was trying to line something up when I got home. I've been in North Carolina taking L's for 3 years. I needed something quality when I came home. I wasn't trying to bun her though.
He a different type of dude.
I wasn't trying to bun. I was trying to see, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come
so
home.
when you say bun,
I wasn't trying to be in a relationship.
You know, in our community, the way we grew up, being soft was considered wifing and bunning and all
Exactly.
that. So
Niggas wasn't trying to bun no joint.
I'm trying to figure out how you broke that bond.
Why is it amongst black men though? Like,
I'm gonna tell you why.
Care for women and wear that on your shoulder.
I just think it's I really think that all of this, I'm taking it away from it. I think all of this shit goes to the niggas that you dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it all, listen. I mean, I know I'm older, but my main
18 to 20 years old.
18, 20 years old, niggas was just trying to crack something. You know what I'm saying?
With that. I have a contention. The black community, and I'm gonna speak on the entire black community, for men, does not promote healthy relationships.
At what age?
Doesn't matter.
But I think that goes. You know what
I age? I think it's an age.
You want to talk about past 35, but anything under 35.
Let me tell
you, community.
You know what I think that goes back to?
I would challenge you to say if I had to put an age,
Representation
I would say pushing 30.
Okay, 32.
Representation.
I would say 30.
Okay,
30.
30.
Come out.
All right.
Representation is key. Just like we say in the workplace, in corporate America, in politics, and anything else, representation is key. You want to see yourself represented and where you want to go. So for all the young black women out here, you now see Kamala Harris out here being vice president. And for all the people in corporate America, you see young black men or middle-aged black men in senior management or middle-aged black women in senior management. You see yourself where you want to go. I think the same is true of black men in households, as husbands, as fathers, as leaders. Representation is key. The three of us have just sat here and said we've come from single parent households.
Right. But let me
representation is key.
Let me shine some
you
light.
You come from somewhere where you see yourself and where you want to go. And you see somebody modeling the things you want to do. It makes it that much easier and feasible to get there. I
healthily disagree.
You don't think that things would have been different for all of us if we had two-parent households or we had a black man at home showing us the way?
I do.
It could have been, yes, with a healthy father. And
I mean, I don't know as far as relationship, but I just feel like my life wouldn't have been so hard.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, because this is something that one of the reasons why I wanted to get on this podcast was to start diving into this. Because
go ahead.
Growing up in a black community most of my whole life, right?
Yeah.
I dealt with this issue, which is how do you show emotions to a female without people around you, males,
Thinking you so.
thinking you soft?
That's
So,
key.
so this is what I'm saying. Right? This is the whole entire part of the podcast. Is for black men, it takes us longer to get where you're at in your position because of that social pressure. So that's why I was trying to figure out, how did you get there?
I agree with that.
Well, you know what's funny, because I mean, in that age era, no, I wasn't doing none of this shit. But you know what's crazy? I looked at this episode this morning. I looked at the Busta Rhymes episode. Y'all should check that shit out. It's called the messy truth or something. He was talking about, from when he started rapping to when he was overweight and shit, and his kids and all this. And he made a comment, and that shit stuck to me. He said that as black men, we can't show no weakness.
That's true.
Of course, because that's all you got.
It's like it's bad enough that we're already groomed to say, oh man, 400 years ago we was this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't show no weakness. So it's like you see this nigga, the lover boy, and he's serenade.
So
he said, it's like oh, if you a lover,
if you wifing them,
But yeah, think about back to high school and college though. You was getting clowned for that.
You get clowned for it.
Yeah. How would that have differently
You showing
shaped
emotions?
your
it was tough. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna use myself as an
if
example.
that was embraced.
Oh, go ahead. Let him talk, and I'm gonna add something
as an
on it.
example. So growing up in the neighborhoods that we grew up with the people that we grew up with, that shaped me very negatively because every relationship that I was in, it was very difficult to show emotion.
And you was a lover too.
Because why?
You was definitely a lover.
Deron was a lover at heart.
You was known for that shit.
So
it was
not
like,
only was
Deron
I
was a lover at heart. But wait, go back.
used to use me as pawns.
But wait, go back. Why was it hard for you to show emotion?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you don't want to talking about you.
First of all, I grew up in mostly dominant black environments. I'm black. I'm Jamaican and Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
But I consider myself
I know.
African American black, right?
You Jamaican?
Yeah.
For real?
Right.
Low key.
Yeah. Born with clots.
No. Don't do that shit. I knew he was going to do the cuss word out there.
No Spanish.
Go ahead.
Growing up in the neighborhoods that we grew up in, bro, I was always the pawn. I was always the franchisee, the person that they gonna use, the pretty nigga. That's what they used to call me.
You still the pretty nigga.
So that's why I said when motherfuckers see the podcast, they be like, where the fuck they find this nigga at? They used to use me to get females, bro. They used to hang out with me just to get females. The niggas I would hang with, they would always say I was soft. I was the pretty nigga. I was this. I was that. But I had the bitches. You know what I'm saying? So niggas wanted to hang. But the reason why I say this is because it shaped me negatively. It shaped me negatively. You know big facts. It shaped me negatively because that entire perception of how I was supposed to be as a male carried with me as I grew. So into my 20s, almost 30s, till now I'm 33. And I'm like, damn, I grew up the wrong way. Like,
facts.
So let me get in on this. And this is something I feel strongly about this. I feel like if you was in a household and Pops was there and he was handling his business and he was really teaching you like the way he was supposed to teach you, you wouldn't have gave a fuck about what the niggas was saying, and you wouldn't have been fucking with them niggas. Right. You'd have been around niggas who don't give a fuck. If you want to case these joints up.
Think about the neighborhood that
it wouldn't have mattered, bro. Like, listen, who you want to see? Your mans, you want to see your father.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. From K through 12, the most important people in your life are socially.
But that's us growing up with single mothers.
No, for real, you can Google that. The most important people in your life, K through 12, are in school. That's your social environment.
Yes, but who do you go home to at night?
Doesn't matter.
Bro, I assure you, you may have been torn, but I think at the end of the day, Pops would have been the only one who could really make sense. Like, he'd have been like,
at the very least, he could guide you through those things.
Yeah, I'll tell you, my Pops wouldn't because.
But what would you do for Jaden? What would you do for him?
Oh, he dealt with the same shit.
Multiple women, right? So
time out. What would you do for Hendrix?
What would you do for Hendrix? It's a lot different.
But that's his point.
So in the beginning, having a son, most people see it, they're like, oh yeah, your son is so beautiful. Girls, it's gonna be crazy. So it automatically flashes me back to the past.
You think you're gonna be dealing with the same shit?
So I'm gonna not only deal with it, but I'm gonna have to educate him differently than how I didn't have.
Educate him.
But what you don't want to do is don't educate him to the fact where you kind of scarring him for what you went through.
Right.
But my point though is this though, he has you.
Yeah, he has me.
Bro, that means you can
difference.
explain him it's okay. And if he say, oh, well, my mans and them, you can say, well, they're not your fucking mans then.
So
when he's confused, when he has a hard day, when his man's is saying one thing, he can come home and call Papa Mijo.
But when you go to school and there's like 20, 30 girls, like, yeah, what's up?
He's gonna call you.
Bro, listen. If your son is gonna be the man out here, he gonna be the man.
But that's what I'm saying.
But Pop is gonna be the one to let him know it's okay and fuck what your friends are saying. At the end of the day, if you do listen, if you are doing what you're supposed to do, your son will always value everything you say,
Right?
Regardless.
Facts.
So it don't matter
That
how
is
you
the
grew up.
difference.
That's why I was saying like, don't let your son carry what you went through.
Right.
Like, just say, hey, look, son, I mean, look, if you the man, you know what I'm saying? They like you light skin, your hair pretty, whatever the
Right.
fuck. Whatever the stipulation is.
But see, that's the thing.
If
though.
that is what it is, then it is what it is. Then your son is the fucking man out here.
Right.
But just let him know it's okay
But it's
to
being
want to be the lover boy. If that's what he want to be, he ain't got to be the dusty nigga.
Right.
He don't got to be that.
But it's being a man responsibly.
Right.
And being a man responsibly comes with a father figure.
Yeah.
And Jaden has that. That's the difference.
But see, that's the problem with something that I'm thinking about because of the way I came up. So how do I educate my
But
son?
he's not coming up the way you came up.
No. But how do I educate my son that one woman is good enough? You don't need all of them. Just
I mean, you
show him.
You gotta let
Representation matters.
him make mistakes. You have to let him make mistakes.
Right.
You have to.
But then how do you educate? If you
I just feel like it's a case by case basis. Let's just say,
I'll
give you an example.
I'm a firm believer representation matters.
I'll give you an example. You in a household, you and your wife, y'all together. You showing your son that, hey, I met your mom, XYZ, we've been together the whole time. But your son is in like 6th or 7th grade. I mean, you really want him to go out here and I'm keeping it 100. You want him to go out here and meet his wife in 6th grade, 7th grade, or you want him to go out here and make some mistakes.
Right.
So it's like it's a case by case basis, and it's like you kind of have to find a way to let him know, like, son, I mean, it's gonna be plenty of other little cheeks out here. I'm just saying.
But doesn't growing up in the black community make it that much more difficult?
It does, but it's a trend that we have to break. We
have to break it though.
I think it's been broken. It's just not being discovered enough.
Let's go back. You say growing up in a black community makes a difference. Why?
No, it makes it difficult
Difficult. Why?
because.
But it's in your house though. It's your house.
But the most important influence is when you step outside the house.
So what I'm saying.
But he's doing it with you, right?
So you telling me that. Are you saying that if you and your wife are doing what y'all supposed to do, you still think that your son is going to go do what the fuck ever?
Yes.
I think it's a possibility.
That's 100%.
That's a part of parenting.
That's a possibility.
Right, exactly. But parenting in the black community.
But
That's a parent in any community.
I still think
little Tyler from the Hamptons can go out and do coke and
Them white people don't do
crash
the
the
same shit.
they don't deal
Maserati.
with the same.
They don't deal with the same
They
shit.
don't deal with the same shit, but they still
They
deal
don't have
with
the same
whatever.
issues to think about.
I still think it's a
agree.
better chance with the 2-parent household,
Oh,
with
yes,
a strong
with the
bond.
2-parent
I think you
household,
have a strong possibility,
Right.
but it's not a foolproof plan that
Right.
he's gonna do exactly what he or she
Exactly.
gonna do exactly.
So
But
what
what
you're
I'm
saying,
saying,
I
though-
agree. We're breaking the mold.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're definitely breaking. I mean,
Changing it.
it's brick by brick.
Brick
Yeah,
by brick.
yeah.
And
But no,
Jaden is in a better
it's
place
not gonna
than
be
you were
foolproof.
because
I'll tell you this. My son is 10, right?
Shout out to Aiden.
When I was in 5th grade, I had the crispy little jeans. I had the little joints rubbing on the shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I was getting
Shout out to
I
last stop at
I was getting little boners and shit. I was like, what's going on down here?
Man, Leon had the heavy hands and ski
I was getting little woodies, you know what I'm saying? But it's like my son is younger, so it's like they're in a different age. Well, he's a gamer, you know what I mean? We in COVID,
They way different.
he not outside.
Yeah,
And
very
it's like
athletic.
they're not really having
Way
a female. So my son is not into girls yet.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I'm in my head, I'm like, damn, it's 5th grade, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
But I also have to understand it's a different time.
Has your son like had a thing for any girl so far? Yeah.
You know what he says? Aiden don't say I like the girl, he says she's cool. I know what the fuck she's cool.
Cool
with.
means,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
such and
right.
such,
That's
I
when you
care.
feel old.
She's cool. I was like, well, she cool. I tell her,
You're not there yet with him.
I said that's a little bug all the time.
Hendrix be having crushes?
He has a lot of. So the thing about Hendrix is
For
every
those
school,
who don't
every
know,
school he's in.
Hendrix is my man Jaden Anthony.
His hair long as hell.
For
His
real.
hair long.
He got a braided or it's just out.
It be out, it be braided, don't matter. But
For real?
if you remember when I was in school, bro, my hair was like down to here,
Nigga hair
bro.
was long,
They used to
bro.
call me Ludacris.
Nigga hair was
Yeah.
long.
It was a problem. So I already know the type of like from him and his perspective, he's 4, but he has kids in his class that are already like, oh, I like Jaden. I like Jaden. I want to hang out with Jaden. Then you're like, oh damn, it rings a bell. Like they taking a liking to my son. It's not just because he's a cool guy. They're like, they find attraction in him even at that age.
Yeah.
Like
Little
even
girls?
even at 4 or 5 years old, girls be like, the neighbors, they be like, where's Jaden? Where's Jaden? That's how it
Kid
is.
is also a very lovable kid though.
Right. So the
You
personality
gotta invite me over, bro. You in the neighborhood. man.
Hey, you
Jaden's
coming
very
I
lovable.
wanted to have some cigars lined up for y'all, but I
Yeah.
will have them.
Yeah.
I will trust me.
Oh, let's do it.
So listen, man, because we coming to the home stretch, man. What's the plans for the future, man? I mean, how can we continue to do the good work, man?
Right. So one, I just want to say, looking at you and the way you are moving in life, that is definitely something positive for people like me, right? I can't speak for anybody else, but people like me, I look at that and I'm like, man, he comes from the same background, the same environment, similar upbringing. He's doing it. He's doing it in terms of the family life, the marriage life. Like there's some stuff that I need to learn because I didn't have it and I still don't have it, but I'm trying to figure it out because I didn't have all those tools to begin with. But I'm trying to learn what it is to be a man to your woman. You know what I'm saying? A family man, all those things. So that's the type of stuff that I'm like, you know what?
Bro, I'll tell you, man, listen, me and my wife, we going to New Orleans on Sunday. We come back, we doing marriage too. And I'll tell you right now that, nigga, pour all that shit in there. Bro. I mean, listen, marriage is hard, bro. Me and my wife, we've been married.
Give me 3 takeaways.
Me and my wife, we've been married 6 years.
3 takeaways.
We've
I
been,
need 3
married,
takeaways.
we've been married 6 years, but I met her in 2007. So we've been together 13 years, we've been married 6.
Okay.
And, you know, me coming out of the service, you know what I'm saying, I was like, you know, I just like wanted to be home, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to chill. My wife, she you know, she's a very persistent woman, she wanted what she wanted. And I just think over the time between, you know, me still wanting to party, between, you know what I'm saying, me still wanting to kind of hang around from the old gang and shit, you know what I'm saying, between all that, man, it was just like, she was just into me. She always been into me, and it's like I really love her for that. Like I love that fact that like she made me feel like a fucking man. You know what I'm saying? And to this
See
day,
that right there, just to be able to say that vocally, like that's a lot.
hell yeah. Let me tell you something. I would listen.
That's a lot.
At this point in the stage of my life, I wouldn't be shit without my fucking wife. I wouldn't be able to like listen. My wife is fucking great. It's my queen. When she called my phone, and she said Queen Marbury. I would never change that shit. You understand?
Bro.
She do what the fuck she
But see,
do.
that's the type of shit that they don't
She
teach.
is a fuck. They don't teach it.
They don't
Listen,
teach
my
that.
mom.
It's not that they don't teach it, they call it corny where we come
They
from.
call it corny.
My mother just got married.
They say you
my
soft.
mother just got married. My mother is 54, 53, 54. She just got married like 2 years ago. And it's like, I see it, but I'm like, damn, like you could have got married fucking like 20 years ago.
But
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still happy
does
for
that
it.
affect you?
It does affect me because I got a
Right.
stepfather.
I'm in the same situation.
And I'm trying to understand a nigga like, I had a nigga come over for football and he come over, he bought some Roy Rogers chicken. I'm like, Roy Rogers? Nigga, you could have went to
He said, Roy Rogers.
You know what to your motherfucking carry out, cuz that shit might have been cheap as shit. But I mean, but he cool though, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, listen, man, every strong man, you need a stronger woman, man.
Right.
Like, especially me, like I got PTSD, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like it be days where, like, you know what I'm saying, like days I'm just not in it. It's like days when I'm not in it. I'm not into my kids. I'm not into her.
Nothing.
Like I just don't want to be bothered.
Nothing.
I just want to get with the fellas.
And that's some military experience for y'all, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's hard. Listen, man, it's hard.
That shit
bro.
affects you in ways you don't even know. You be
Bro, let me
trying
tell
to
you
figure out like, damn, I can't even like
I tell you,
have patience.
I'll tell you my stages of PTSD, and I mean maybe I'm pretty sure you probably got yours too. I'll tell you my beginning stage. My beginning stages for me when I came back from Iraq in 2005 February. Nigga, I got off the plane and nigga, I fucking tongue kissed the fucking pavement. You understand me? Cause I almost fucking died. Nigga, I was in the fucking tent and the motherfucking mortar came through the fucking tent and hit the ground. It was a dud. Nigga, we'd have been all fucking dead. You understand? One mortar, 10 meter fucking kill radius. Who's all in the tent? And then the next one hit outside and boom. I ran outside. We was in a cement fucking barricade and I had my fucking head down and I was fucking crying like, bruh, like, what the fuck? And then what happened was when it was time, I was artillery, field artillery. 198 howitzer, fucking 155 millimeter, 100-pound round. And they like, we not shooting no more illumination. It's time to kill these niggas. So they like, hey, fire mission, HEPD, high explosive point detonating. Point this way. Dog. We couldn't shoot back because our gun was so dug in the sand. We had to dig it out to turn it the direction. And I'm like, fuck, no, we gotta get these niggas. I'm trying to dig this shit out. I'm thinking we had motherfucking Rockville Sportsplex.
Right.
And some Lincoln Park niggas that stole on my man.
LP.
And I had to come back. Bruh, we couldn't move the gun.
Right.
We couldn't move the gun, bruh. And they told us, stop.
That's it.
Bruh, I had a fucking meltdown. So bad, like somebody that killed like my fucking mother or something. Like, bro, we gotta kill these niggas. What the fuck? Nah, get out here. Like they couldn't calm me down, bro, for like 30 minutes. I was so angry, bro.
Right.
And from there, it was just downhill. So for me, my PTSD was anger.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was anger at first. It was anger, then it was drinking. It was anger and drinking.
Drinking, that's normal.
You know what I'm saying? Then getting fried, go to the club. You know what I'm
You
saying?
remember my accident, right?
Hell yeah, nigga.
Sure.
Shit was crazy, bro. Like
Right.
I was like,
Me,
man.
Polo, and Jason.
I know.
Shout out to my nigga
What the
Lo.
fuck happened,
So
dog?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. So
Tell me what happened, though.
this was coming back from Iraq.
Yeah.
I was on 1,000.
Wildin'.
I was on 1,000.
Had a little check too.
I had a little check. I was wilding out. Had a brand new whip. You know how it is when you come back.
What whip you buy?
I had a Pontiac GT G6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brand new joint.
Yeah. Fresh jump.
Fresh. I'm chilling.
I remember, bro, and and it was like I was still low key
Right.
reaching out to Polo and them. You know
You
what
was
I'm
up the
saying?
street though.
I fuck with
You was
Polo,
right up
man.
29.
Polo.
Yeah, man.
You was
Listen,
right up
listen.
29.
Listen, I grew up with. I knew Polo since he was a young nigga. I knew his brother real close.
Bro,
I knew
listen,
his
he
family.
lived on the 3rd floor. You lived the building over.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
Nigga. Ina lived in the same complex.
Little Ina, she lived in the
Ina,
back.
Shout out to Woodland.
She lived in
You
the
don't
back.
remember when there
Ina
was 15
Woodland.
police in the neighborhood. You remember that?
Yeah.
You know what happened, right?
I remember she got beat up by a little
Nah,
giant.
I'm not talking about that joint. When the police was in that joint.
Oh, you talking about the black shirt gang?
When we snuck in her crib. She let us in.
Ah, hot boys.
She snuck us in the crib. Pops woke up, nigga like, oh, nah,
I didn't know y'all did all that.
I was like 4 niggas. We had a ladder, bro. The niggas that was fixing the.
I'm trying to get some cheese.
Of course. What you mean?
These niggas got a ladder, bro.
Nah, we didn't have the ladder was there. The ladder was there, nigga. We climbed up the ladder.
Hey,
we rocking out
whoa,
hey, look, Pops
hey,
calling the
folks.
police. Mo
Hey,
County
you can tune in.
25
Sorry,
deep.
no.
Mo County 25 deep in Blackburn.
That shit was crazy, bro.
But anyway, so back to the story, right? I'm back from Iraq. I'm chilling. I'm hyped up. All my niggas is there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, oh, man, we
Is this
drinking.
night an accident?
Yes, we
Y'all
drinking.
niggas riding
Niggas-
hard too.
Him and Polo was riding hard
Nigga,
back
we
there.
was drinking.
I'm
Nigga,
gonna let him
drinking,
talk.
drinking. Nigga, we
Yeah,
had-
where y'all was at Corner Pocket?
Yes. So we had a 24 pack of Corona at Low Crib, off the beat. We at Castle
Low
Boulevard.
living in the boulevard?
At one point, he had a little
Hold
spot
on, I
there.
thought you was better than that.
Nah, that was a trust spot. That shit was.
Somebody tag Polo, man. I gotta get my young nigga.
I know where he at.
man. Him and his brother. I gotta get Coco.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get Coco in here too. I gotta get Coco in here, man.
But nah, so we crushed the 24
Hey,
pack.
I'm gonna let y'all know. The message just texted. We want to wrap it up. So.
No, stop that.
Huh?
Tell Jess we be done. Shit.
Hey, look,
Stop that.
I'm trying
Let
to
me finish my story.
I ain't gonna hold
Let me
y'all.
finish my story.
I know it's the wife, but shit, nigga, you gotta chill for
So
me.
listen,
We gotta
chill.
debrief after too.
Oh,
We
gonna debrief.
crushed in the beers. You know how we get down once you get
Y'all
back.
know
You know,
that.
everybody
The truth.
drinking. So Lo like, hey, we ain't trying to hit the corner pocket though. Lo is always
Nelson, I'm
the
not
amp.
lying.
He's always the amp of the crew. He'll be like, we all chilling. He'll be like, y'all ain't trying to go to the stadium. Like, what you mean? He's like, y'all bullshitting.
Now, let me tell you something. Real quick, I want to pause it, man. Polo and Norman, bro, like.
Hey, yo.
Stormin'
Norman!
Let me tell you something.
Hey, Stormin'
I gotta get.
Hey, when you see a storm, just know I hit you with a storm.
Listen,
Jump
listen. I gotta get both my young niggas in here. Like I'm so happy,
If
proud.
you get us
I'm
three
so
in here,
happy
I'm
for
gonna tell you right
them.
now, it's gonna be bad.
Listen, y'all not about to have me buying no fucking third mic.
It's
You
gonna
might
be
cost too
bad.
much.
It's gonna be
But
bad.
shout to Norman and Polo. I reached out to them. I got the Yuppie World jump, man. That shit fit. That got me.
Man.
That shit had my shit
Yup,
feeling
man.
real swole.
Yup,
all
hey,
that.
I don't even know what I see Lamar.
But go ahead, finish the
Shit,
story.
baby.
Finish the story.
So look, we leave, right? Because of Polo ass. This is the Polo spot was the
What kind of bike Polo at?
No, this is
Nah, we was in the car.
Y'all was in the car,
We
man?
was in the car, bro. Bro, this
Oh,
I thought y'all was on the bikes.
Nah.
Oh, this is on the Trey Hill where they pull them
We was on
out.
the
I
car.
remember where it was at. I thought
We
it was on the
car,
bikes.
bro. Nah, we was on the bikes. We was on the car. We ain't fuck with the bikes. We was like, nah, we taking the car tonight.
What was he driving?
I was driving.
You was
He
in your
was
car.
driving.
You was driving?
I was driving, bro. We was lit.
I never knew the story.
We left Polo crib after
Start from the
crushing
beginning,
24
tell us,
meters.
talk to us.
So we left, went to Corner Pocket. First of all, Corner Pocket, shout out to Corner Pocket. I don't know why they shut it down.
No,
But-
no shout out to Corner Pocket.
That shit was
the
the.
fucking shithole.
Yeah!
Ain't no shout out to
Nah,
Corner
come on, you
Pocket.
can't say shithole.
Ain't no
Man,
shout out to
that
Corner
joint turned
Pocket.
into an
It was a
outdoor
shithole,
scene
big dog. It was a
after
shithole.
2 a.m.
Bruh,
It was turned
corner
to what?
pockets,
Outdoor
niggas
scene.
was getting crushed out corner pocket,
Of
bro.
course.
Yeah, that's not an outdoor
We
scene.
had
That's a murder scene.
Asian cuz there hooking us up. I forgot his name.
The drinks are strong,
Oh
bro.
my
Niggas
God.
getting
And then Mom, we
crushed
used to call her
out.
Mom. Mom used to hook us
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I remember
Mom?
shorty.
You remember Mom? She used to hook us up. So
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah,
we get the Corner Pocket.
Cherry Hill Road was
We
hot.
fucked up. We buying
And that was
drinks.
PG County too.
We buying drinks. Hennessy, you know how it go.
Yeah.
6, 7 drinks in. Next thing you know, it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We leaving. I don't even know what happened, but I know I woke up. Motherfuckers was like, "Do you know where you at?" And I'm like, "Damn, I don't even know." But before that, I was upside down in the car, and I remember hearing like the glass breaking. I hear the rain,
So
and I'm like,
you just pulled out the joint and just start smacking
So,
on the joint, or you just went in the car?
apparently, right? We pulled out, but at this time, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is wildin'. Niggas just came back from Iraq, Death Wish. You know, invincible.
That time period is so sensitive, bro.
Invincible,
I
bro.
wish I was there, bro, because I would have been like chill.
I was
you
doing
know?
110 on Cherry Hill Road
Yeah, tight little road.
with the rain though.
It was
It
raining.
was raining, bro. 110.
It was an offering, wasn't it?
Huh?
You trying to make the right?
Before we got on the
So you talking about by the car
by the
dealership,
dealership, right across from the dark car.
Little Hill jump.
Right across from the joint, bro.
You lost it
But I
right
don't
there.
even remember leaving Corner Pocket. Like I remember getting in the whip, putting the seatbelt on. After that, I
Come
woke
on, Corner
up.
Pocket, make the left go up, straight up.
Straight up past the Chipotle and on.
Pass all that on your left, keep straight.
I was in the whip, upside down, and the blood was rushing through my face, and I'm like, damn,
What
what
was
the
your
fuck
injuries?
happened? So I had a major concussion to the head, severe laceration. I got a scar from here all the way to the mid of my skull. My scalp was hanging off. That's how bad the joint was. You can see my skull. I had a severe laceration in my face and my chin, and then I had a contusion on my shin, my left shin. So my left calf muscle was pushed against my shin bone. It was pushing out. So I woke up upside down and I hear like the glass breaking. I'm thinking I'm dreaming. I'm like, I hear the rain and I'm like, I
So
hear,
you blacked out.
I blacked out. So I hear niggas like, yo, you gotta get out. The car's about to catch on fire. You gotta get out. And I'm like, the fuck? So I'm like daisy dreamy. But at this time, the military shit still kicking in. So a nigga like still got his training in. So I'm like,
get the fuck out of
right.
here.
So I'm like, don't go to sleep. I go for my little quick snap joint. Right, the shit they give you in the military to snap the seatbelt. If you go roll over, snap the seatbelt. I couldn't hit that.
What was Polo condition though?
So Polo, his hand actually went outside the car as we rolled.
So it was fucked up.
So his hand was fucked up. So when he pulled me out, and the crazy thing is, this is the moral of the story is, shout out to my nigga Polo, I love you forever, bro. The nigga had a Polo quarter zip on, right? Listen, the nigga had a Polo quarter zip on. When the nigga pulled me out, I was leaking so bad before the cops even got there, before the ambulance got
Yeah,
there.
take your shirt off.
I was gonna die if the nigga didn't take his quarter zip off and wrap my head around that joint. And I'm like, damn, nigga, like, that's love, bro. Like, that's love. Like, the nigga hand was fucked up. Pulled me out the car with one hand, with the left hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, one joint. And then I'm outside. I'm on the floor, dog tags and everything on me, bro. Still hyped up. Like, still hyped up. Medics there, like, you know where you at? I'm like, nah. So they asked you a series of questions, 10 questions. I couldn't answer none. They asked me one question. They're like, you know who the president is? I said, Obama. They're like, oh, all right. I was so fucked up, they didn't even breathalyze me. If they did, I'd have been done.
But see, that's what I was saying. Like when I was really paying homage to y'all squad, bro. Like the male and female, like y'all,
we got down,
like
bro.
y'all niggas was so tight, bro. Like it was just always nothing more respect from me. Like I was like, bro, you low Norman,
Nigga,
Earn,
everybody,
earn,
nigga.
motherfucker. I was like, that nigga earn tall as shit now. I'm
Man,
like,
that nigga
wow,
about,
bro,
that's the shortest nigga in high school, bro.
Earn used to be the shortest nigga,
He was the
man.
shortest
Shout
nigga in
out
high
to Earn.
school. That nigga
Look,
was
look,
like,
I ran into Earn at motherfucking Autobahn. I was like, damn, then that nigga was tall as shit. Bill Squills, all them niggas,
Everybody,
man.
bro.
I was like, bruh, I was like, y'all niggas, man. I was like, y'all keep that shit. Niger and shit.
Niger,
You know what I'm saying? I was
Everybody,
like,
bro.
all
Johnny,
them, man.
everybody.
Johnny. I was like, man,
the whole
y'all.
fucking crew. Shout out to Paint Brands. Yo.
Like,
Shout out to Paint Brands.
I legitimately was like,
Say nah.
You get a lot of niggas fucking with that shit, bro.
yes, bro, let me tell you something. I legitimately was always like, man, keep that shit tight, bro. Like, I used to see Norman, and I used to go to the gym with Barry and shit. I see Norman in that job. Like, bro, like, man,
Yeah.
keep doing your thing, bro. Like,
We had a squad though. I ain't
you know what I'm
gonna
saying? But listen. Look, we an hour and 35 minutes in.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we gotta wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap it up. So look, man, I just want to know plans for the future. What's the plan? What you got going on? We gonna start with Cornell. In front of the mic.
You was talking with me? Alright.
Cornell, listen, I just want to tell you probably done fucked all this audio because you've been all over the fucking place.
My bad.
But
They're
I'm
gonna be in the comments like, get the nigga Cornell off.
I'm gonna try to finesse this shit as much as I can. But I'm just letting you know you been all over the fucking place, nigga. And when we went over this shit in the beginning,
We did.
and I could have set the motherfucking mic up wherever way you wanted it, but you wanted it right there.
I did.
You been all everywhere except in front of it.
Like boom.
I did.
So what's the plan? I mean, what you got going? What's planned for 2021? Let's just make it simple like that.
2021. Ooh shit.
Man,
Damn.
I can't call it.
We about to get in there.
2021.
Talk down.